Good afternoon, everyone. As always, I'd like to thank everyone who's joining us today via Oz Arab Media's live stream, and to those who are tuning in via Oz Arab Radio. I'm Joseph Najjar, and today we are joined by the founder of the Speakers Practice, Adrienne McLean. She's joined us today to discuss the Speakers Practice, as well as its upcoming conference later this month. Without further ado, Mrs. McLean, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Hi there, Joseph. Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, we're really glad to have you. On behalf of the Oz Arab Media team, thank you once again. Start off, just tell us a bit about the Speakers Practice and what services you offer.
Right. Well, the Speakers Practice was established in 2009, and we help service professionals in a couple of areas. The first area is business development, and the second area is presentation skills and building confidence to go out and sell your services and do your presentations to get in more clients.
Okay. How did your professional history exactly lead you to finding the Speakers Practice?
Well, I was a terrible public speaker, and I really got extremely nervous. And when I did my university presentation at the end of my honours year, I was just a bundle of nerves, and I remember it so well. And then along the years, when I got married and had kids and things happen, I missed a whole lot of important times where I should have really got up and said something, but because I was just had too much anxiety around public speaking, I didn't do it. But then after my third child come along, I then decided that I would work on my presentation skills, and from there I just got this incredible boost of energy. I had a really sound corporate career in management and business systems and R&D, and yet I was still sort of having to push myself through if ever I had to give presentations or run meetings or what have you. So I just found that the working on building my confidence, and you hear people say they find their voice, it's just really important. And I, with my corporate history of business systems and the efficiency that these systems bring, when I started the Speakers Practice working on building confidence to promote businesses, I got involved and trained with a really sound program called this Book Yourself Solid. And Book Yourself Solid is a business building system designed for service professionals, even if they don't like marketing and sales. And so with my belief in the importance of business systems and my experience in that, by implementing the Book Yourself Solid system and coupling it with building confidence to promote yourself through presentations, video, podcasting, the Speakers Practice is where it is today. We help in three really important areas: marketing, personal selling, and asking for the sale. And these are three really important aspects of running a business and getting in clients. And they're also the three biggest things that businesses struggle with. So that's how the Speakers Practice helps.
All right. Well, the Speakers Practice also provides workshops to help individuals or to help businesses. What methods are utilized in these workshops to help people grow?
Well, with the Book Yourself Solid system, we have, I think it's a 92-page workbook, and we work sequentially through that workbook. It's a 4-module system, so it looks at the foundation of the business. looks at how people build trust and credibility. It looks at pricing and simple sales conversations. And then the fourth module is all to do about marketing and the 6 core self-promotion strategies.
Okay.
So there's that side. Then with the public speaking side, we use a modality called the Speakers Training Camp. And then we get people to get up and speak about themselves and ask them to put together presentations, and they get feedback from me and from the group that's attending. And it's a really great way of building confidence, because you actually have to get up and do, present.
Speak in public, obviously, or
Yeah.
speak to a large group.
Yes.
If I could quickly go back to one of your earlier answers, you mentioned that how you used to be a bundle of nerves when giving a presentation at university in front of, I'm assuming, a room of 100 people, I'll say, something around there.
Yes, that was all professors and PhD graduates and my peers and students. It was quite daunting.
Fair play. So obviously, at least over 100, I'm going to say. What demographic do you see mostly using the speakers practice, like university students or perhaps people who have already established businesses?
I typically work with business owners and people who, and perhaps it will be marketing teams and sales executives who are wanting to get out and do their presentations. But the majority are business owners, yeah.
But hypothetically, it could be university students as well.
Yes. The program, the Speakers Training Camp, it could be tailored to any demographic, from students right through to people in the workplace, and people that are wanting to sell via doing a presentation.
Ultimately, what is your long-term vision for people who utilize the speakers practice?
One of the biggest issues faced by small business is the fact that the success rate is not all that great. And you hear about terrible statistics about businesses after 5 years, and not many get through that process. And so my goal with the speakers practice is to give some real fundamental tools and techniques to help with the business development side to make that success rate much better. So with service professionals, and this can be accountants, bookkeepers, lawyers, doctors, experts in their field, they can be extremely, and they are extremely talented and trained in whichever modality that they follow. Let's talk about accountants. So it may be accountants that are they're absolutely excellent, but when it comes to actually promoting the business and promoting themselves and getting out in front, out of behind the computer screen, it can be a totally different matter, and so they're not so comfortable to go out and talk about what they do and how they help their clients, and so my work is to really help with that, with the understanding of what the business development journey looks like, helping the business owners to fine-tune it to their business, and then give them some marketing strategies and some marketing tools and techniques to help them to get their business in front of other businesses. Podcasting is becoming really popular nowadays, the use of video, running events. I do a lot of events and helping businesses with events. This can be a great way of getting potential customers and leads into the actual business itself.
You released a book recently, Think Bigger, Grow, and Succeed. Congratulations,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Tell us a bit about it and the research you had to put in for it.
Okay, so Think Bigger, Grow and Succeed was created through using podcasts. I did a series of 19 podcasts for the Professional Services Marketing Conference as a marketing strategy to raise awareness of the conference coming up in 2019.
How long
And
were those podcasts, if I might quickly ask?
they were it took an hour, but they were compiled once all the music and promotions were taken out. They take about half an hour, and you can actually hear them on, if you go on to the Speakers Practice website, or they're posted on Mixcloud and Apple Play and a number of podcasting platforms. So I over about 4 months, I did these podcasts. It was over community radio. And then they were edited and uploaded onto the podcasting platforms. They were transcribed. And then they went through a numerous amount of copy editing and finally at the end of last year, I got the contributors actually edited and made changes they wanted to. Then the manuscript was proofread, and then finally in the middle of January of this year, the first edition of Think Bigger, Grow and Succeed was published. And we launched the book on the 12th of May.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, and it's available on Amazon.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to order a copy right now if you haven't done so.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Professional Service Marketing Conference later this month and what it will consist of.
Right. The Professional Services Marketing Conference is all to do about helping service professionals with business development, marketing, digital marketing, sales, and mindset. And we have 7 guest speakers speaking on the 30th of August. The conference doors open on at 11 o'clock, and then the conference actually starts at 10 to 1 on the 30th. And then the topics include goal setting and the difference between success and failure, the power of intention. I'm speaking on the Book Yourself Solid system. There's automation secrets for success, which is all to do with tech and IT. Then we have sales psychology and how to get into the minds of your customers, which I think everybody, if you're running a business, is interested in. Then we have how to tackle a marketing strategy, which is really important to understand. And finally, we have how to build $1 million business using relationship marketing, which the closing keynote speaker is fantastic. She's an economist who's got a master's from Cambridge University, and she truly has built $1 million business using relationship marketing. Then we have on the Thursday and the Friday workshop days. There's pricing professional services strategically, which is one of the big challenges of running a service-based business. We also have artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. So that's something that we're all wanting
As a
to
reporter,
find.
I know a lot about ChatGPT. I've heard lots about it.
Yeah. Then on the Friday, we have From Pleasure to Profit using online training programs, which is something that people who have a real keen interest in a specific topic can create an online training program and start to sell their programs. And the final one workshop is how to build a six-figure business.
Okay.
Yeah, so that will be really good. And then I'm doing Book Yourself Solid masterclasses online from Saturday the 2nd of September for 5 weeks. So that will follow on. So there's lots of different content for professionals who are wanting to understand the landscape of how things are now and what they can do to help reinvigorate and grow their business.
Is there anything specifically you're looking forward to the most at this year's conference, or is it just everything you may have just mentioned?
Look, I mean, I think that all the speakers are fantastic, but I suppose the one that I find the most intriguing is the sales psychologist, Dr. Leanne Ellich. Because she's a neuroscientist and she's actually seen inside and outside of people's brains. And so I think
Lovely.
that she really will understand customers.
See, I admire that because I'm the kind of person when they see blood, I get very queasy. So I just can't imagine literally looking inside somebody's brain. Like for me, that would just be. I can't even watch horror movies if I'm being totally honest.
No.
I'll ask just one final question. Back to the speakers practice. Where do you see it growing in the next decade, either domestically or internationally?
Well, I really see the Professional Services Marketing Conference going national and moving around Australia. This conference day is very special because it's more across the business development journey, focusing to help businesses grow with their marketing and understanding how the business development journey works. I have an interest in the process of how you take someone from a lead to a sale, and I find that process really interesting. The Book Yourself Solid system really explains the intricacies of it, and this conference day, through understanding where marketing fits in the business development journey, can really help businesses. So I think, I would really hope that we're doing a conference day in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and perhaps Perth. And I'd really like to take it international to New Zealand and Singapore, or maybe wider field.
I see. Do you have dates for the conference days yet?
Yes, yeah. The conference is Wednesday, the 30th of August.
That's right.
And it goes, then the workshops are the 31st of August and 1st of September.
Yes. All right. So it's basically all around, and not just in Sydney, but other places of the country.
Oh no, we haven't. We haven't we haven't turned national yet. The conference is international. We do have international guests coming, as well as people from Brisbane and Melbourne. So
well, there you go. I think it's only a matter of time before it goes full scale international.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Once again, on behalf of the Oz Arab Media team, I'd like to thank you for joining us, Miss McLean, to talk about Speakers Practice, your book, the conference. I'd also like to thank the ladies and gentlemen who have tuned in to watch and listen to our interview today. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone all around.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
It was our pleasure. Thank you.